come shop with me. Today we're gonna go to 3 different locations. Our first stop, which is where we're at right now, is Costco. We're gonna go grocery shopping at Costco, then we're gonna go grocery shopping at PCC, and then we're going to finish up at our local hardware store for some local honey. Kelly is super stoked, right? Wyatt fell asleep on the way here. Okay, let's go. Hey guys, this is Jen, and I'm going to stop this video and this really embarrassing pause moment to let you know that I'm going to do voiceover for the remainder of the video. I really want to explain to you certain clips that I took and why I found them interesting or why I thought they might help you. But before I even do that, I want to let you know that my goal is to always reduce my waste and always eat the best we can for our entire family, but that doesn't always happen. And while my goal for this shopping trip in particular was to reduce my waste, I knew that I was going to be bringing home some plastic and recyclables no matter what I did. I did reduce my waste in certain areas, and because I'm not perfect, I'm just an average mom, we live in an average area, I was still able to reduce my waste. I feel like if I can do it, then any mom can do it, especially with 2 kids being lugged around. So let's check out what we did. First of all, I think it's interesting that there's a vegan salad option at Costco. That's new to us. Secondly, this next clip, if you have any questions about why my children are eating pizza, I just made a video about what we eat and why we eat it. And that'll explain why they're eating pizza at Costco and drinking out of those cups and all that fun stuff. I think it's interesting, again, that there's a lot of health food options, like really trendy, healthy ingredients like chia seeds and hemp seeds, and they're offered at affordable prices at Costco. Another option that you could do, find a local store that offers a bulk bin option. So you're going to save the same amount of money and you're not going to have to bring home that plastic bag and throw it away.
I would do my... Mommy, when I'm older, I'm going to do my own show when I go to the store and I try out all the samples and talk to people about them, Mommy. Mommy, Mom, can we get this?
No. The samples really killed us in the waste department at Costco. There were so many available. Now, another interesting thing about Costco is, and I know I'm using the word interesting a lot, but all their vegetables and fruits are all covered in plastic, even bananas. Could this potentially have taken avocados that were ripe and might not have sold at a grocery store, been frozen, and then sold to the public? Because that's pretty smart. Yeah, it's covered in plastic, but again, the samples, just lots of plastic. And this was ice cream too. I could have said no, but shopping. And then there's a big box of vinegar too. Here we go, we're at Shop 2 PCC. Let's see how we do. Now we're on to PCC. My big goal for going to PCC was this reusable soap option, trying to get the soap for our kitchen and for showers and such from the reusable section. And then this is the section at our local co-op at PCC. It's fairly big, and I like this one because there's usually less people just walking through. If there's people back there, they're shopping the bulk bin section, and it makes it a little bit easier when you're trying to fill bags and jars. I have a video about Ellen Fisher coming up, which if you are at all interested in the vegan movement, you probably watch her videos, but she shows off that she has tomato paste in glass jars, and her tomato products are in glass jars. And I assume that's for plastic lining. Again, another assumption, but I was going to look into getting a glass jar tomato product rather than the can, and it was over $1 more than the product that I was going to buy, so I decided against that. Notice all the plastic produce bags. I got some really helpful hints that I'm going to try out next week as far as keeping produce fresh in my fridge goes. I've tried all the tricks I felt like, but there's still a couple that I can still try. Okay, we finished 2 of the spots. I don't know if we're going to get to the 3rd one because it's so late and that took us forever. Forever. Hi, you guys. Tired and we're hot. Let's go into what it is that we actually purchased. This was the trolley bag that I brought into Costco to have them put all of my purchases into. Here's my maple syrup that I told you about. That was my whole reason for going to Costco, and I put it in raw balls. I put it in, the kids use it for pancakes. Frozen mangoes which yes, has plastic. I wanted to put them in smoothies and save money by having it be frozen. Then the lettuce that's covered in plastic. So here's my canned products. Tomatoes. And this was a new seasoning for me, a chili flake, so I brought a jar to just try it out. I'm doing a video that's inspired by Ellen Fisher, and that's in the video. Got dates for a raw ball that I want to make the kids for breakfast. Potatoes for fry, pure Castile bar soap. Here's the deal. The soap that we bought from Azure Standard didn't actually make you feel clean. So I went back to Dr. Bronner's, and this is one that Shane really likes. It's a peppermint one. Well, all of us do. Here's the reason why I specifically went to PCC was for reusing this jar to get soap. I put tape on it, which you definitely don't have to do to make sure that they know that you brought it from home. But because I had 2 kids, I'm not always paying attention to what's happening, and they'll scan things through and I won't be able to correct them. And so I wanted to make sure I didn't get charged the extra $2 as if I'm buying the new product. You could also just put tape over the bar scanner guy, but I wasn't thinking about that. Put all the red peppers in a produce bag that I brought from home, and that is for, again, an Ellen Fisher inspired recipe that we ended up using multiple days. This is Dulse. Dulse I've bought before. It's a medical medium. If you follow him, he recommends using Dulse within your diet. Ellen Fisher used it in one of her meals that I made in the video. Coconut aminos. This is again Ellen Fisher inspired video. We have been buying tamari. It's definitely much more of a maple syrupy flavor, which, you know, I like. Funny story, Ellen Fisher uses this sriracha. The grocery store I went to only had this one available. It is in a plastic bottle, just like the other sriracha, but she's right. The ingredients are a little bit better than the other one. I've been using rubber gloves to wash her dishes because we wash them by hand. And I love that this one is a natural rubber, whereas before I've just bought the cheap gloves. And this is a much more heavy duty. It's a really nice quality rubber glove, and I've been really happy with it in the last week that I've been using it. I used a bag for nutritional yeast. I know. You can recycle those. And then I got ketchup. I looked for it in a glass bottle there, but they didn't have any glass bottle ketchups. Cheesy ravioli. Yes, I don't like to include cheese or offer cheese in our house, but I did not want to make dinner. Yeah, it's plastic, and this was their snack on the way home. They really like seaweed snacks, and I don't usually buy them that often, but I did. Bubby's, there's plastic wrap around the seal, and I got it for an Ellen Fisher recipe. I've made sauerkraut before, and it molded. The dinner products that I got, like this deli piece, I did get because a friend was coming over last minute, which I was really excited for, and the shopping trip was long, and I just didn't want to have to cook. I wanted to just be able to chat with her, so I got the pre-made meal and the canned foods for the kids. Basil was only available in this plastic guy, and for homeschooling this year, my goal is to do an herb garden in our house so that I don't have to buy herbs in plastic cases. And I got wine in a glass bottle. It was the cheapest bottle they had there. The bananas are a little bit green. I did end up going to our grocery store and getting a bunch of red band bananas, which are just ripe bananas. You can get them really cheap and use them day of or freeze them for an ice cream. Such a much better way to buy bananas. Tomatoes on the vine are my favorite. I just set them on top of our groceries rather than putting them in a bag or anything like that. And then they had a bunch of these honey mangoes or champagne mangoes. I don't know exactly what you call them. I got a few avocados, which at PCC, they have the very best quality avocados, but they are so expensive. The reason why I purchased kiwis was because we're doing an Ellen Fisher inspired video, and she had a lot of Hawaii or tropical varietals, and we just don't have access to that. So kiwis are high in vitamin C, which was similar to what she was eating. And if you want to watch that Ellen Fisher inspired video and other videos from our family in the Pacific Northwest about plant-based reduced waste eating, make sure that you subscribe to our channel. My kids love broccoli. It's the funniest thing. They love it. I replaced all onions in recipes with green onions. They're just better for my stomach. And then mangoes. There was so many mangoes at PCC, so I grabbed some. Again, for the Ellen Fisher inspired videos, we don't always get mangoes. Alright guys, that was my shopping haul, and I'm going to try and put one of these out each week and show you what it is that we're buying, or maybe one specific trip that we take to the grocery store to try and reduce our waste and buy more of a whole foods, plant-based pantry stock up and fridge stock up. So make sure you subscribe to see more videos like that, and especially, like I said, to see what it is that we did with these ingredients that we bought. I recorded a few days of the meals and it worked out pretty well.